What is going on, YouTube viewers and subscribers? This is Jason from SNNTEC, and today I have a friend with me I used to play a lot of Marvel matches with, AdvancedTay. His gamer tag will be in the description box below, and we are here to discuss why haven't I purchased an Xbox One as of yet, despite me contemplating buying it and with the eventual release of Titanfall. So I have several reasons why I haven't purchased an Xbox One, and I'm very hesitant to do so. So, of my experience, my cousin pre-ordered one, got it on release date, which was November 22nd. So, you know, I went over and I experienced it and played it constantly. I haven't got any footage like I wanted to like show like a video of what I like and don't like about it, but I feel that there's more cons than pros as of this moment that's stopping me from purchasing an Xbox One. They took away voice messages. I made a video of that. I'll put that in the description box below, how voice messages has been removed. I don't see any reason behind the backward step from that. The profile was different. They took away the bio and the information that you used to place on your profile to make your profile unique. That's been removed. I don't see any reason for doing that. Now this is subjective right here. This is opinionated. This is not fact. The interface, I feel like it's the tablet Surface interface being forced on the console. Now it was kind of like that in the 360, but it's more apparent here in the Xbox One. And I feel like when I use it, it starts to get scrambled and stuff like that. Now I know you have the pins to pin your favorite apps, but the way it operates it makes no sense. The best feature of Xbox, which is the party, I don't know what Microsoft was thinking when they just deconstructed the party and tried to do like these gaming parties. For example, if you make a party, it becomes a Call of Duty party, but a Killer Instinct person can invite you to a Killer Instinct game while in the same party. You have to destroy the party to remake a new party. Meanwhile, you have to enable the audio chat when I even start the party. I have no idea why Microsoft would do that. It makes no sense to me at all. Now, I'll admit this. I've been an Xbox 360 user for X amount of years. Pretty much since the console first released in 05, right? I was never aware that the services like Netflix, Hulu, etc., right, was behind the Xbox Live Gold paywall. Now, I'm not going to say that's a negative, because if I've been paying all these years, I'm more of a hardcore gamer, and I pay for Xbox Live to go online to play the games and stuff like that, whatever. But finding out that it's Netflix is behind a paywall and other services kind of doesn't make any sense. So you can't Skype, which me and Tay are doing here, and you can't do other things that should be free for the paywall. But like I said, if I was to get it, you know, I'm more of a gamer myself. The controller, like I said, this is subjective and opinionated. This is not true for everybody in every case, but personally, I just not liking the controller. I've also made a video comparing the 360 controller to the Xbox One controller, and I think the 360 controller is far superior in almost every way. Now, what are your thoughts on it, Tay?
Now, even though that may be the case of like the faulties and issues of the Xbox One, at the same time you gotta look at it this way. Xbox One is like at its peak right now. Of course, each system gonna have its flaws, but at the same time, like, you know for a fact, sooner or later they're gonna have an update to fix that. That's
True.
why I didn't necessarily doubt the PS4 when it came out, or before it came out, because I know PS4 is gonna be like, oh, better graphics, like when they was displaying the 60 frames per second. I mean, I had no doubt that PS4 gonna be successful as far as like graphic wise. The only reason why I didn't get it as of right now is because of the lack of titles. If PS4 had more titles than the launch ones that came out as of recently, then yeah, I probably would have got it, first day. Now, the reason why I personally got the Xbox One is because of Killer Instinct. Like, when you're a fan of a game that you've been playing since childhood, you can't just turn away from that and be like, oh, I'm just gonna go with the PS4 because it's $100 cheaper, or they got better graphics. If you're a fan of a specific game, you're gonna go for that system. On top of that, I feel as if though Microsoft always offered something a little bit more due to the fact that you can do party chat, you can play with your friends, and it's more social that way. I'm not saying Sony is difficult, but at the same time, Sony has to make things a little bit too simple for me. Now PS4, I think it upgraded as far as the whole party system, and it's good that they had added the whole feature of purchasing the Plus membership now, because that's where PS3 lacked its services at. They didn't give enough like playable options to its customers until they offered the Plus membership. Because now, once you purchase that, you can go back to your PS3 and get like, what is it, 6 free games every month, pretty much.
Pretty much. And don't forget the
now,
Vita. You get
oh yeah, the Vita also.
Well.
Yes. You get it for all like platforms.
Yeah, all 3.
So it's like that's the only thing. No, that's the second thing that Sony is dominating Microsoft on, is this free games. Like, and then on top of that, they're like recent titles like BioShock, Devil May Cry, and then they give you indie arcade games. And that's something that always caught the fans' attention, because you're watching people create their own game and put it in the Microsoft industry.
Right.
Now, the reason why I say buy the Xbox One is because you know there's gonna be some kind of networking that everyone's gonna be going forth to later on.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, you know how you were explaining about the whole party mode for the Killer Instinct, and then you can't necessarily chat with, across gaming, because that's how this Killer Instinct can rise, and that's something that I dislike.
No. You can still chat. You just can't invite each other. Like remember in the 360 where if me and you was playing Marvel, and then let's say we join another party, or people join our party, and they say, hey, let's play Call of Duty. And it was like, all right, send us an invite, and we could just bloop, get the invite, jump straight into Call of Duty, no problem.
Oh yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's the one thing that is a major must fix, because that confuses you so much. You sit here and be like, damn, so how do I invite? Because if you sit like say if me and you right now play Call of Duty Ghosts, I invite you, it sends you an invite from like your Xbox messages and the game itself, so you're sitting here stuck like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, how am I supposed to do this? Like, they should make it to where it's one invite from one specific thing, or better yet, give an option to how we choose to accept the invite, because I'm still having issues with that. And then when like the whole feature of saying, Xbox go to Skype or go to Hulu or something like that, it's a good thing, but at the same time they have to limit or find a way to like tone down the whenever I say Xbox and I'm in the middle of a game, it'll stop me from what I'm doing.
All right, and that's the issue with the Kinect as well. Like I forgot to bring that up, but personally, I feel like Microsoft kind of screwed over their pricing by forcing a peripheral out of the box, and I feel that it's making it cost $100 more. I don't know the exact manufacturing cost between the Xbox One and Kinect and how much they're selling to the customers, but I'm almost certain that if it was to make that an optional or a bundle, that they would probably be able to match the PlayStation 4's launch pricing at $400, and I think it would have been much more attractive to purchase Xbox without a Kinect or Xbox with a Kinect. You should make it an option, because I'll be realistic with you, right? There is potential in Kinect, but if you go off history with the first Kinect, there was only one game that was just like the best Kinect game. Other than that, everything was just complete trash, which was Dance Central. I think that was the best Kinect game ever made, and the most funnest thing I've ever had playing for a Kinect only game. Other than that, Kinect has produced nothing. It's like, oh my god, this game is great, I have to buy this Kinect, At least with Sony, I have the option to buy the eye or the camera, and I did buy it because, for live streaming. If you watch my channel, I tend to live stream, and if I can do it straight from the console without, using my laptop, that's like a convenience. But the best part of all, it's optional, and it didn't boost the price of the console up.
Now see, the one thing that I think Sony lacked doing that was What's that game called on the PS4? It comes with the game for free, but you need the camera with it. That's something I felt they should have really, you know, forced on customers or trying, you know, their consumers, because me, I work at GameStop. So when the customers came and bought the PS4, we told every customer, you know, just put at least $5 down on buying the camera, then you'll be set with playing most of the games and having the little voice command. Now all the customers were like, no, I think I'm gonna pass on there. The PS4 to be just fine. So
makes sense.
Versus when you got the 360, you're set to go. Like, I think it's, well, in my opinion, I think it's smart that they force that extra $100 with the Connect, for the fact that, you know, they're gonna be customers and consumers coming in saying, oh, I want to get Just Dance, and then like, oh, they got to spend an extra $100 on the camera. Like, no, it's a smart move on Microsoft's half, because now you got your whole gaming set in the living room without worrying have to spend an extra $130 on something else or an extra attachment.
If you go based off history from the 360, most people who purchased the original Connect just wound up not using it after like maybe a few uses or something like that, and it was just completely tossed to the side. You know, I can admit here with my PlayStation camera, it kind of operates similar to Connect. I'll say, like, as far as the way both cameras work, Connect is a little more superior, but ultimately I just use it for live streaming. Like, if I'm not live streaming, I disconnect it and I just don't use it at all. You know, for at least on the PlayStation side, when I use the camera, you can use it as a microphone, similar like how you do Connect, but for some weird reason Sony didn't include an option to disable the voice. So if I'm playing Battlefield 4 and I don't have a, let's say, like a headset plugged into the controller, the mic is always working and I can't disable it, which doesn't make any sense. There's no setting to do that, you know. But other than that, I just like, they had the playroom. It's cool, something to play around with, but it's not nothing serious or whatever. And there's really no games to really take advantage of the camera. It's like, oh, I must have the camera to have this game, because I feel like it's a peripheral, and a peripheral should be optional. Oh, and I want to go back to what you said about graphics. If you look at the specs between them, they're pretty much identical, except for the difference that's making it easier for a lot of third-party developers achieving 60 frames at 1080p is that GDDR5. Now, the part that confuses me about it, now, both of them are reporting 8 gigs of system RAM, right? But when Sony says GDDR5, I'm like, do they have GDDR5 system RAM, or are they talking about VRAM?
I'm not necessarily sure,
because on my computer I have a 1 gig. Let's say, for example, I have a 1 gig dedicated GDDR5 video RAM for my, you know, graphics card on my computer. But it's 16 gig of regular DDR3 RAM, just like the Xbox 360. But that apparently is making a difference between the Xbox One struggling to getting 60 frames or 1080p resolution on its games and stuff like that. Now, let me ask you another question though.
Go ahead.
When most people discuss between the PS4 and the Xbox One, most people say the PlayStation 4 is more for the gamers. What do you think about that? Do you think the Xbox One is more for gamers or the PS4?
Now, yeah, that's been one big debate at my store. Like, I don't necessarily argue back with them, because they give their opinions, you know, for the customers to get them to buy a specific game system between PS4 and Xbox One. Now, what I think it is that the Xbox One, if you see yourself, if you see yourself being lazy, or see yourself like wanting to just like impress your friends or family, or you actually want to see these features, I would say go with the Xbox One, because you already know what games are going to be on there. If you watch the E3 conference, you know what the Xbox One is going to be about. Now, people were going to PS4 because you remember what happened with the Microsoft saying, oh, you got to buy brand new games, you can't play new games on your system and all this other crap. Now, there was a downfall on Microsoft's behalf, but do keep in mind that as of recently, that Xbox One is now making more money than the PS4. because everyone realized like, oh well, I want something that does it all for me, and I spend extra money. Because when they seen that commercial, and they say Xbox turn off or turn on, everyone wanted that feature.
Yeah, I'll admit that was attractive, especially when I saw it at the conferences and stuff like that. I thought, wow, that's kind of crazy. But then what made me flip-flop the decision is when I got first-hand experience. It's never as flawless as displayed from the company. That's why I didn't want to jump the gun too much. It did look impressive, but from first-hand experience, it don't work as nearly as good as advertised. To the point where I felt like it was starting to become a negative, because say for example, we're playing Killer Instinct, me and my cousin, and for some reason the Kinect thinks I'm saying Xbox anything, so it pops up the main menu. Fine, no big deal. X the menu out. I go to YouTube Player eventually later on that day, and for some reason during a Rev Game video, it kept popping up. I say Xbox stop listening. Goes away. Pops up again. Xbox stop listening. Then it won't understand my command sometime, and then I gotta kind of go back and forth with it, and then cool. To the point where it frustrated me to the point where I was like, you know what, just let me disable Connect at all.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing that I hate also. The other thing I hate is they should make it to where it calibrates to your voice, so it knows you from anywhere. Like, it catches everything from the corner of the room to like leaving the room. Oh yeah, and that's one other thing that's interesting about the Xbox One is the handless sign in. You can just tell it to sign in under your name. Like, say if you lose the remote to, like, the controller to your game or whatever, right, and you got your cable hooked up to your TV, to your Xbox One. Right. If I say sign in, and then I say watch TV, and I bring up the Xbox One guide, right, it will show all of my favorite channels that I favorite on the killer box itself, and then it lets you know, like you said, Xbox, what's on HBO or what's on MTV. It's like it's like an actual guide that's useful to most people like me, because I don't know most of the channel names, so it just takes me to that entire category. I mean, it eliminates so many issues to me, to the fact that I never use remote for my TV. Because now I abuse the voice command for the cable box. Okay. Now as far as the PS4, now I like the PS4 for the fact that their whole dashboard changed up. To me, it's a lot more simple to use, and I like how it's set up. I just hope that for both consoles in the future, they'll allow you to customize your dashboard. Yeah. Like you know how Zune is set up. You can choose a little background and everything. Right. That's what I'm assuming that Microsoft is gonna do later on in the future, but I can't say for sure. Because the only thing that we can control is the color scheme, and that's it. Now PS4, I honestly feel like they're gonna do a setting for that in the future, like you change the color or put your image in the background. Oh, since we're on that, the one big downfall about the PS4 is you can't stream from your laptop. Like, you know how PS3 was, you could download and stream from your laptop. On PS4, they eliminated that whole feature.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't download or stream from your laptop or any other devices in your household.
Wait, hold on. On the PS3, you can download. What do you mean, like on the PS3 you can download? Like, I don't understand that.
Like, say right now if you're on your laptop.
Okay.
You can link your laptop to your PS3. So whatever is in your Windows Media Player, well, that's how I had mine set up. I link my Windows Media Player to my PS3. And I download, like, I streamed the entire season of, what's that show called? Vampire Blood or something like that?
Vampire Diaries?
No, it's the other one. When they're in, like, Louisiana.
Not sure, bro.
Okay, but anyway, it's a series that I watched, and I downloaded the entire season onto my PS3. Okay. And I can watch those seasons, those TV shows on my PS3 at any given time. Now, on the PS4, they made it where you can't link that at all to your laptop.
You're basically streaming. You're basically streaming videos from your console to here, and you took my like so you can watch it on your computer. Is what you meant?
No, the opposite way. I can stream from my laptop to my PS3.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm saying so basically you're transferring it to there so you can use it off your console to watch the media.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I mean, there's also a couple of the negatives with the PS4. Like I see positive and negatives in both. You know, only reason, like I said, the whole point of this video, is that I avoided the Xbox One because I thought it had more negatives on the one. Now the PS4 has a few things that they obviously got to update themselves. For example, like you know they have their live stream ready while Microsoft's still early 2014. The only problem with the PS4 Twitch is that it's in-house. You get what I mean? So I can't view nothing outside of the PS4's in-house Twitch. So say for example, if a channel like Team Spooky is streaming a tournament, I can't search Team Spooky. I can only look at other PS4s on Twitch. Now if you look at the Twitch on the Xbox One, it's actually the actual Twitch app where you can search for other Twitch channels on the whole Twitch website and view everything. The PS4 is not like that. It's only in-house with PS4s only. The in-game DVR. Now this could be me being a rookie or whatever, but I don't understand how it records. It seems random to me. I was under the impression that it records every 15 minutes, you know, like it should. But sometimes it won't record at all, or if it does record a match, it'll record 5 minutes, then it'll stop. Or sometimes it'll record 30 seconds of a game, then it'll stop. I don't understand that. And the fact that you can only upload to Facebook and the game in DVR quality looks horrible. Like the coloring is just horrible. Like you have to color correct your footage for it to look proper. If you was to extract that Facebook video footage and put it to your computer, then edit it in a video editor, that should be tweaked. And also, like I said, with the camera, it needs an option to let me disable the microphones if I choose not to use it, because whether I'm using when I'm using my PS4 and the camera's connected, the mic is always listening, and I feel like there should be a setting to disable it, because when I play a game, the people who is in the game, if I'm not trying to communicate with nobody, they're constantly hearing audio in my background if I'm saying something or not, and it can get very annoying to them. I heard somebody say, "What the hell? Mute your mic." And then that's why I figured out I couldn't mute the camera.
Right, wait for PS3, I mean PS4 or Xbox One?
Nah, that's on the PS4. Those are things on the PS4. Because remember, the Xbox One can't you can't stream yet. You know?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Microsoft is ready to stream.
Oh, did you hear about that feature for the Xbox One? It's gonna be an update later on this year where you can use your actual name instead of your gamer tag. Everyone was kind of upset about that because they wanted to use the actual name instead of the gamer tag, because you can actually change your name anytime you want to.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because I guess that's similar to what PS4 has. You can send a name request. So basically you send me a request to my gamer tag, and then you can send me another request to see my name if I want you to see my name. So hopefully it's done in a similar manner. That'd be pretty cool. Alright,
and that's the other thing that Xbox One is interesting is they eliminated the whole friend feature. You have followers. So say if I follow you,
right,
that don't necessarily mean that you gotta,
I want you to break that down and explain it to me too, because that didn't make any sense, because every time I befriended somebody, they were a follower as well. So I'm thinking to myself, how do I have followers and not put them in a friend category? Because it seems like they're linked, in my opinion.
Like, okay, say like me, you playing Killer Instinct, like this, like our first time meeting. So I'm like, you know, you're actually a good player. I'm gonna add you. So when I say add, that's like another way of saying I'm gonna follow you until you follow me back. So I follow you and I see all your updates from what games you played, what you're doing now, what you're gonna do next. And then if you follow me back, it adds us as friends, but at the same time we're still followers. So then we linked as in a friend category.
Wait, hold on. So is it possible, let's say if I meet you as a stranger, right, and I think you're a really good Killer Instinct fighter, like you're just amazing, right, but you don't know me, you don't want to necessarily be my friend, can I just follow you without being your friend, or I have to be your friend to follow you at the same time?
No, you just follow me. It's basically like Twitter. So you follow me, so you see everything I'm doing, but I don't see what you're doing, because it's like I don't want to add you, but you can see what I'm doing pretty much.
So it's completely separate from being a friend. Like I don't have to befriend you. I could just follow you. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
And that's a good thing on my behalf because it'd be people who would actually message me and say, yo, oh, that's the other thing that's good about Xbox. Say we play Killer Instinct and I got like, let's just randomly say I got a 200 hit combo ultra off you, right?
Alright.
Now, I can choose to, like I'll say Xbox record that and records that moment. And I can edit that clip and upload Studio. Now, it's a lot more simpler to use than using the record session in the PS4, because you can add your own cutscenes, do clips at the same time, add your voice to the video, a voice and or video to the video. So it's like I upload that and it goes into these little files on your Xbox One, and at the same time goes into a category of Killer Instinct. So you put your video on Upload Studio and someone else sees that video, it'll show you how many views you got, and then people will start following you. So every time you go to your friend list, it'll say you got 47 new followers, and you can choose to go follow them back to be your friend.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Like the Upload Studio is fun to use because you can share it with like basically anything.
But it's like the PS4's Twitch is only in-house. You can't really do anything outside of their own in-house Xbox Upload Studio, right?
Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. That's the one thing I think that. Well, you do know that Microsoft's trying to buy out YouTube, right?
I don't think Google's gonna allow that.
No, YouTube. No, Microsoft and YouTube.
I know that, but I don't think Google's gonna allow that. Google owns YouTube.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Wait. Yeah, never mind. I forgot you had a discussion about that a while back ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I think if that were to happen, because right now, I don't think that they're gonna keep the YouTube feature on the PS3, because, like you said, you don't think it's gonna happen, but I think that they may do it just for the consoles, because if you think about it, that's the one thing PS4 is lacking, is like the amount of apps you can use on the console itself.
They got a pretty decent amount of apps.
Like, but at the same time, like I'm not sure. I'm just speaking because of what I think. I think that people use the apps more on the Xbox 360 and the One than they do on a PS3 and 4.
Like I said, that's to me, that's like right there, that's subjective. Like I consider myself more of a hardcore gamer, so a lot of features that the Xbox One did offer, I'm not gonna lie, it seemed impressive, but I was like, you know what, ultimately, based off my history, it's kind of worthless. Because when I go back to my 360 throughout those 5-6 years, even though, like I said to you earlier, everything is behind a paywall, that's why I never figured this out, is that all I did was play the games. Like, that's all I cared about, you know. As far as I'm playing the games, everything else is just, okay, cool. As long as I had my party, that's probably like the only thing that's not really related to the game itself that I just, like, it was a must-have for me. Other than that, you know, it was just about strictly the game. So, whether Netflix, Hulu, Twitch, stuff like that, I hardly ever use any of that stuff. If I was more into that, I would have figured out, like, why do I have to have Xbox Live Gold to use my, let's say, you know, Hulu Plus? Because, you know, in between when my subscriptions had to renew, I have to go buy the card. And usually, knowing me, I usually wait like at least 2 or 3 days because I don't renew it through my card. I just go buy the Xbox Live Gold card from Best Buy. You know?
Yeah.
But since I never actually tried it while my Xbox Live Gold was up, I never knew that. So whether people use apps or not, that's like up to the person. Because, like I said, I'm considered a hardcore gamer, and movies and stuff like that, I usually do that stuff on my computer anyway. I can find alternatives to finding movies and stuff instead of paying for them. You know, that's just me. Then I have my cousin. He loves using his Netflix. He loves Skyping in between that. He loves watching TV while he plays games. All them extra features. So it appeals more to him than me. I strictly care about giving me, you know, smooth gaming experience and nothing really interrupting that. I think that's also another reason why there's reports coming out left and right about different games like Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which is rumored that the Xbox can't handle 60 frames. The Call of Duty, they had to drop the frames to, I mean, the resolution to 720p. Titanfall may not be 1080p. And stuff like that, because 3 gigs of that system RAM is reserved for things like snapping, apps, the way the dashboard works and stuff like that, instead of putting all that missing memory straight to the game, or dedicating it strictly for the game only.
Now see, like me, like when it comes down to how high the resolution is on certain games, I'm not necessarily picky about that. I mean, think about it. If, like, I know for a fact Sony is gonna have the best graphics for the most part, like Tomb Raider. Yeah, I expect that 260 frames per second because, like, they do. I mean, they've been doing it since what, God of War, BioShock, The Last of Us. I mean, them is what I call real good games with better graphics. Now, I would start taking concern for how high the quality of a picture is when I get like one of those super expensive TVs, because that's when the game is at the systems are at their peak. Like, yo, look how nice this look, or look how nice that look. Okay. So I mean, like when it comes to that, to me it's all the same, just as long as it doesn't favor like a N64 game or a PS1 game, because there shouldn't be no game, and that's how I felt ever since 360 and PS3. Like, you know how they make movie games and stuff like that? I feel as if they put that much money into making Iron Man look like he the shit, you know, in the movie. You should have same for the game. Take y'all time. I mean, they have more than what, 2 or 3 years to put this game together, and they just throw it out there like, oh, here, this is the movie game. Like, they look for the cheapest way to make their money just because it's Iron Man.
Alright.
Now, if they make a Thor game, you know Thor 2 that came out recently. Wait, is it already out or no?
Thor 2, yeah, released.
Okay. Now, if they would make a Thor game, it would have to look like God of War. Not like as far as graphic, I mean gameplay wise, but as far as how the CGIs are, how like they went to certain cutscenes. Now the only game that was to ever do that was Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like the only game out here that's a good movie game.
A good movie game?
Yeah, because if you played the Amazing Spider-Man, it was nice graphics, and at the same time you could do anything you want in that game. That's what got my attention. But Captain America, Green Lantern, Superman, anything else other than Spider-Man was like not at its peak. They just like let most like the fans down. Now the only thing that got like over Amazing Spider-Man was like Lego Marvel or Lego, you know, hold on, I'm busy right now, I have to come back. I'm talking right now, hold on. But yeah, man, like, give me 1 second, alright? Can you pause the video, or can we end it for right now?
We can end it right now because we're hitting the 33-minute mark, so I don't want the video to be crazy long.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'll be right back. I think I'll talk to somebody real quick.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Alright, so let me just wrap this video up on my own. So hence my reason of delaying my purchase of the Xbox One is all of the cons that I mentioned earlier and stuff like that. And I'm just overall not satisfied with the changes Microsoft made. The biggest reason is the controller. I would have loved that Microsoft would made the 360 controller something that you can use only one. That would have been perfect. I don't think they would have lost any money because they charged what, the same price for the 360 controller, maybe slightly cheaper as the Xbox One. I have no issues at all with the 360 controller. The Xbox One, I have these huge massive hands and they just do not work out for me. My execution, and I feel like my overall effectiveness when I play just takes a huge steep downward. I feel like the tablet software is being forced upon you, plus a lot of the 360 features that were there has been subtracted. Another feature I failed to mention earlier was I cannot send out the audio from the party to come through the speakers. That way when I film or record off my capture card, I can record what I'm speaking and what the people in my party are saying. You know, this feature is just strictly not available on the PlayStation at all, but that was something of the 360 that I loved a lot. You know, that's completely not there, or they just reversed it altogether. No idea why Microsoft would do that. You know, so Titan, as far as the game's concerned, Titanfall, I've been looking at it. I'm having mixed feelings about it. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. I don't have anything ill will to say towards it. I'm just gonna, you know, play it. I'm guaranteed to get it for 360. That's guaranteed. But as far as purchasing an Xbox One for it, I'm feeling 40-50-ish about it. Now, most of my friends, if you watch some of my Let's Plays with the fellas series, with those Call of Duty Black Ops 2 videos, everybody that I play with on is all on the Xbox One. Despite most of my friends that I personally know purchase a One, I'm not easily as convinced as them. Most of them has bought it because they had a 360 and automatically transitioned over to the One because they were fans of the 360. Me, I kind of like to do my research and observe both of them, and I kind of ultimately made my choice for the PS4. Whether it remains to be the better choice or not will, you know, remains to be in these next 2 to 3 years. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this dual comm. Let me know how you guys feel about your opinions between the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, I know there may be a lot of arguing about in the comment section below, but just try to keep things factual instead of opinionated. That's why I said certain things I said is subjective. You know what I'm saying? Also, the controller is subjective because despite how I feel about the controller, you may feel opposite. Anyhow, J Civil from SNNTEC. I'm out, y'all. Later.